What's up, YouTube? If you don't know, you really need to know. Antdolla with antdolla.com coming at you again with another video. And tonight, today, this morning, whenever you're watching this, we're going to ask ourselves, am I too old?
Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put it on the blog, let them talk about it. Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put me on the.
Welcome back to another edition. If you're already subscribed, thank you for joining me again for another video. If you haven't subscribed already and you're looking to make money and moves with your music, tune your brain right and learn how to use it, make sure you consider subscribing right now. I'm coming to you every single day with tips and things that I'm learning, and I'm just so excited to share with all my independent rappers, all my independent artists out there who are really trying to turn this music thing into a career. And you don't want to work at TGI Fridays no more like I was doing, or you don't want to work in the Amazon warehouse like I was doing, or any of that shit. Make sure you consider subscribing. And I also go live every Friday with the Freestyle Fridays. And I didn't go live this past Friday because I released a new video for the No Frauds Nicki Minaj song. Y'all probably heard it by now, so check that out. Anyways, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Am I too old? Well, let me turn the question around. Are you too old? I mean, only you can really answer that question, because here's how I think of it. It's like, you know, your plate sometimes isn't as full as someone else's. You know, you may not have the same opportunities as someone else may have, which puts you at a disadvantage as far as, I gotta accomplish this by the time I'm 21, or I gotta do this by the time I'm 30 or 40 or whatever. I remember, and I'm sure a lot of, you know, I mean, at least people that are 25 and up anyways will probably tell you that, you know, they thought they were gonna be married and graduated and all this other shit by the time they were 23 years old. And how do I know? Because I was one of those people that thought, like, oh, I'm gonna be married when I'm 23, and I'm gonna be graduated school, and I'm gonna be in my career, and blah, all this other fairy tale shit that they teach you all your life, beat into your head. Well, guess what? Ask most of the 25-year-olds you know, and I guarantee you their story's a little bit different. And that just goes to show you, I mean, in my opinion anyway, you're not too old. You can't be too old. There's no such thing as too old. How can you be too old? I mean, too old is dead to me. You know, as long as there's breath going in your lungs and you are mentally capable and you're physically able to move around and come up with ideas and just push forward, persevere through things. See, that, I think, could get too old. Your mental fortitude, you know what I'm saying? Your patience, if you will, because it's tough, especially trying to do something like this, like the platform that we're on right now, you know, where ain't nobody tuning in or you're not getting the looks. It's hard. Like, it's not easy to do that. Why do they keep slamming the damn door? I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go out there and regulate it a little bit and see what's up after I finish this video. But I'm gonna talk to my people first, because, you know, I gotta take care of y'all first. I'll deal with the house in a second. But anyways, why not, instead of look at it like, oh man, I didn't, you know, I'm not famous before I was 30, or, you know, I don't have the #1 song on the Billboard this week, or the last song I recorded didn't do as well, or that all that money I spent on this music video to put it together, I took all this time, I hired a model, I did all this other shit, and it got 5 fucking views, and it's been up for 6 months. What the fuck, man? Why? Like, why, man? Why they ain't coming to check me out? I don't know. The only thing I do know is you gotta keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You're only too old when you say you're too old. You ever heard that shit? You're only as young as you feel. Take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? You're only as young as you feel. So if you feel like you're old, you feel like it's past your time, you feel like, you know, what you're doing doesn't align with your goals anymore, then yeah, you know what? Maybe you are too old. Maybe you have passed your prime. Maybe you are past it. And hey, go work for somebody and get that check and enjoy it, because some people like that too, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Everyone isn't a big dreamer. I mean, this probably isn't the channel for you, low key. I mean, unless you just want to hear some good words, some encouraging words, then yeah, stick around. But, you know, I'm talking to the dreamers. I'm talking to the people that really believe that, yo, not only am I great, I can be great, and I can show y'all I can be great. That's the type of person that I'm talking to right now. So, Am I too old? Hell motherfucking no. I ain't gonna never be too old. And even when I'm dead, they gonna still hear from me. You know what I'm saying? Even when you don't hear me, you gonna have to hear me. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. Like, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be all in people's faces or nothing with it, but nah, you ain't too old. To live your dreams, to live your goals, you think you could be too old for that? No, Watson. Hello, McFly. Come on, man. Get your shit together. Stop being scary and act on what you want to do. Act on what you've been thinking about doing. Act on that shit that every time you fall asleep, it's always recurring. Act on that sign that you've been asking God to send you. Act on all that shit at the same time consistently. Act consistently. Act daily. You know what I'm saying? You're the sum of all your training. You're the sum of all your training. You are the sum of all your training. So I'll close out with this. Am I too old? Hell motherfucking no. Nigga, are you serious? And all I do is that new shit. Speaking of new shit, make sure you drop a new thumbs up on this video for your boy. I really, really appreciate it. Also, hit that subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? You want some new shit? I'm hitting y'all daily with ways to monetize your music, make moves, get your brain right, how to do it on the daily. Subscribe right now, hit that red button, and then hit that bell for that notification on those Freestyle Fridays. I'm killing all your favorite songs and a lot of the ones you hate too. And on that note, I'm gonna get the fuck on. But antdolla.com, look it up. Sheesh.
Went from Pontiac to a new Ferrari. Both two doors, just a different glory. You a woulda, coulda nigga telling different stories. On social media, just looking salty. Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put it on the blog, let them talk about it. Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put me on the